Hello everyone, SiegeLink here, back with another episode of Warcraft 3 Reforged Beta. It's been quite some time since I've done this because it was lagging quite a bit. I had to put it on low quality, and it honestly just didn't feel that crisp, and also there's only 3 races at the time and 2 for the most part. Now they've not only made all 4, but you can also save replays if you want. And they've also added in a bunch of new maps to the point where you actually have 5 vetoes in 1v1. But 2v2, 2, 3v3, 1, 4v4, 1, and then free-for-all is 2 as well, I believe. Yep. And for some reason, every single time you log back into a game, you have to reset all your vetoes, which is really weird. So but either way, I was gonna kind of show you guys my vetoes. So we got, let's see, 5, 6 maps, I believe. Yeah, 6 maps. So 6 maps, 5 vetoes. Or, not 6, 11. 5 plus 5 plus 1. So 11 maps, so each player has 5 vetoes, and then every player can come into one common map agreement. So Terran Stand, personally really like this map. Didn't like it as much as I thought I would, but really like it. Twisted Mountains, or Twisted Meadows don't like simply because of, for 2v2, I like it for 4v4, but the high ground area making it harder to attack, and it's so open because it's a 4-player map. It's a little hard to kind of scout out where your opponents are kind of in the area. Last Refuge I also find kind of big for a 2-player map, so I personally don't like that. I like to kind of just move around a little bit and keep kind of good tabs on where my opponent is, and if they end up attacking me, I don't want to be way out of position. I want to be able to counterattack or come back and defend. Most of my vetoes are maps that I've played just because I'm used to them, and I want to kind of try out new maps. Echo Isles I don't like simply because of the main base layout and kind of distance. And honestly, even though it might seem small, it doesn't really feel small to me. Concealed Hill, this is one that is pretty tricky. Um, it's kind of like 2 parallel areas, so I'll keep that unvetoed for now. Northern Isles, quite open of a natural base, but not too open. It's a decently small map, but I don't like it too much. Turtle Rock I like, but not as much as a lot of these other maps that I prefer to play on. This one I really find kind of odd how it's pixelated, so I really want to try that map out. This one I'm probably going to veto, but I want to at least play 1 game on it. So I've got 1 extra veto, and I can veto pretty much one of these 2. Got Turtle Rock. Let's see. So Last Refuge, Concealed Hill, or Northern Isles. Which of these do I like the most? Northern Isles is definitely going to be one. Last Refuge, vetoed. Concealed Hill, Northern Isles. This is tough. I think for me personally, I think the way I'll play, I think Concealed Hill will be easier to just kind of scout out areas. So those are going to be my 5 vetoes. I'm going to keep playing human. I'm going to try out some more races, but this is the one that's just kind of sticking with me the most. And another thing, you find people a lot quicker now. And also, it reset all my settings to high, and I'm actually able to play on high now. I am recording, so it might lag a bit more than it was in my test game before. And if that's the case, I might go down to medium. Human versus human. Don't really like this matchup too much. I think generally speaking, I don't usually like mirror matchups. Unless I would say it's Smash Bros. Then I would say for the most part I'm okay with mirror matchups. But some mirror matchups in Smash Bros. Could definitely be very annoying. Actually, I'm about to say like Link versus Link, but that's honestly not that annoying of a mirror matchup. Although Breath of the Wild Link versus Breath of the Wild Link could get a little hell with the new down B. Come on, game. There we go. Holy crap, this map is huge. I just looked at the minimap for 1 second, I'm like, what the heck? See, as you can see, that went a little crazy there, so it's still not perfect, but I think it's doing alright. Haven't been able to reset my hotkeys, but honestly, I'm not bugged by that as much as other people would be. And for anyone who's, kind of been like, oh my god, you should be pulling your guys for militia, it's the way that you play human. I don't play Warcraft, alright? In fact, originally I could barely even beat the easiest level growing up. So I'm not like a pro by any means. In fact, I'm far better than I thought I was going to be when I first logged on. In like the beta. And wow, this natural base is so far. Wow. Wait, there's 5 of them? That's weird.
Well, you have a target? Yes, me lord. Off I go then. Righto. More work. All right. Get on with it. Well? Yes, me lord. I can build that. Off I go then. Work. Righto. What is it now? Fine.
I'm gonna move my monitor a bit forward because I can actually barely see in the fog of war right now.
Whatever. I can hardly wait. Job's done. Job's done.
How close am I level 2? Okay, one green cam should do it.
You require my assistance? I'm your shooter. Get on orders. Yes, well?
Might not do it there.
Get on with it.
Yeah, just good enough.
Whatever. Upgrade complete. Yes,
With a rune of healing, that's actually really useful.
What is it now? Research complete. What is it? All right. Off I go then. Righto. Get on with it. What is it now? Job's done.
I'm pretty sure I don't have a good unit count right now.
Get on with it. Upgrade complete. What is it now? Research complete. Get on with it. Fine. Say the word. What is it now? Aye, sir. Take that, you sword. What do you need? Say the word. I'm your shooter. Shoot the cow. You require my assistance? To back orders. Aye, sir. I can hardly wait. What is it now? Fine. I can hardly wait. Perfect. Fine. Perfect. Implore Frostaris Sedar. I can hardly wait. To back job's done. I'm your shooter. Get on with it. Whatever. You require my assistance? Complete. Perfect. Fine. Perfect. Well? I can hardly wait.
Up, legs back there.
What do you need? What is it now? Aye, sir. Well? I can hardly wait. What is it now? Implore Frostaris Sedar. I'm your shooter. Well? Research complete. What do you need? What is it now? Whatever. To back. Aye, sir. Well? Implore Frostaris Sedar.
Massive overextension on his part.
Get on with it. Fine. Aye, sir. What is it now? I can hardly wait. Get on with it. Fine. Well?
I come to cleanse this land. I am your servant.
What is it now? Locked and loaded.
Yes, my friend.
You have a target? Aye. You require my assistance? I'm your shooter. Get on with it. You require my assistance?
Just regroup. Get an alchemist. Heal up. And go in again. And this should be it.
Get on with it. I can hardly wait. Perfect.
I'm all stocked and ready
You
to
require
go.
my assistance? What?
Just noticed my supply block.
Go there, me lord.
That could have cost me the game.
Well? Fine. Research complete. Tobacco.
Care for a cocktail?
Whatever.
Wanna blow something up?
Fine.
You'll love my new recipe.
Implore Frostaris
I'm all
Sedar.
stocked and ready
Salt looks like. GG. Solid game. The first attack went in my favor because he was building an expansion, and I really had to win the game there. Because even if I try to like creep, if I try to creep and then build my base, he would have gotten too much economy. Because you can see he went from, me and him both went from kind of no units to a bunch of units. Like I was at his base, kind of camping him, and he had 2 rifles when I had 2 rifles and an archmage when I was retreating. And then I was going for a follow-up attack with 4 rifles and a priest. So I decided to wait, group up, get an alchemist, and then push. And you could see he went even more than doubled his unit count. If I had tried to get a base up behind it, it would have just been too late. So GG, well played. Solid game. Slightly one-sided towards in my favor. Pretty much since that first attack, I kind of set the pace of the game. He expanded, and if he managed to defend it, it would have been good. I think making 3 farms was his problem. He should have made 2 towers instead. And he should have just committed and tried to defend, which he didn't. And that was just it. I won it, and it was a pretty solid game. And I hope you enjoyed. And I do plan to make one after this because it's a little late, but I've got plenty of time and I've got quite a quiet house. So see you guys in the next part.